Hey, my name is Caleb, and I'm the pastor at Cross of Life. I know we met like 4 seconds ago, but can I ask you a personal question? Do you ever think about your death? I think it's so easy in our society to not think about our death. I mean, we live in a society where people who are dying are kept in hospitals or in nursing homes. When people do die, we let funeral homes take care of it. When we talk about death, we don't use the word death or died. We'd say that they passed on or they're not with us anymore. We're not a society that really talks about death all that much. And so I wonder, how much do we think about our own death? Maybe you do. Maybe you're getting up there in age, you realize death is coming pretty soon. Maybe you have some sort of illness that seems like it's going to be taking your life in the next couple of years, and you have been thinking about your death. But I'm guessing the vast majority of you don't fit into that category. You fit into a different category of people who don't think they're going to die soon, but they have a sense that death is coming. Maybe you sense it through the physical ailments that you have, or the mental illness that no one seems to understand but plagues you every day. Maybe you have a sense of it through the relationships that are breaking down. The relationships that are breaking down of people who should love you or people who you want to love who don't seem to notice. Or maybe just that nagging sense that even though your relationships are good, neither one of you is going to stay here forever. Maybe you sense it when you think about how purposeful your life is. Like, what are you getting up for in the morning? And maybe you think about that in a small way, like am I working the right job? Am I spending my time doing the right things? Or maybe you're thinking about it in a big way, like, is my life even worth living? Like, should I end it? Or maybe you sense it when you run around doing everything that you can do and getting your hands on everything you can get your hands on in order to fill this life with as much as you can, because deep down you sense there's a clock ticking on this life. Do you think about your death? I think you do, even if you don't realize it. So what if there was an answer? What if there was an answer to all that death? The death of the daily grind of suffering through this life, and an answer to the death of when your synapses stop firing and when your lungs stop taking in air. There is. Our church is called Cross of Life. And if you know anything about a cross, you know that that has nothing to do with life. But in the gospel of Jesus Christ, it does. Because Easter happened. At Easter, a man who had died on a cross came back to life to answer all the questions that we have about death. To answer what's going to happen when we breathe our last. What's going to happen every day as we trod forward towards that death. And if I could summarize everything that moment on Easter said to you and to me, it's this: there's hope. There's hope for the dark days when you feel like your life's not worth it. There's hope for the frantic days when you're running around doing everything you can. There's hope for the last days when you realize your death is coming. Because in the gospel of Jesus Christ, the cross leads to life. And I want you to hear about that. So would you join us? Easter Sunday, we're going to have an Easter breakfast and an Easter worship service where we are going to celebrate that fact. I will invite you to it in the information that's going to be on the screen at the end of this video. But before we get there, we want to give you a free gift. It's a resource of 3 ways to understand why Easter matters. So why don't you download it, read it, and then we'll see you on Easter Sunday.